Our goal with this behavioral health initiative is to identify gaps in services and make sure we work with community providers to fill in those services, forming a comprehensive safety net for individuals impacted by behavioral or mental health issues. Today's announcement is a major piece of the mental health and behavioral puzzle that you're going to hear about.
Today we are announcing the start of a pilot program we call ACEs, or Adverse Childhood Experiences. When we first set out to reform behavioral health in Bernalillo County and the city of Albuquerque, we looked to research, studies, and data to identify where needs were not being met. We also asked advocates, victims, people with behavioral health issues, and their families to tell us where support was lacking. In the U.S., approximately 5 children die every day to child abuse and neglect, according to the Health and Human Services Department. Here in New Mexico, there were more than 8,500 allegations of neglect or abuse in the last year alone. What's even more heartbreaking about these statistics is that children who have suffered from the trauma of abuse or neglect are more likely to be arrested, commit a violent crime, and about 80% of 21-year-olds who were abused as children now have at least one psychological disorder.
When we speak of ACEs, and I'm going to say those ACEs, it's a grim list. It's physical and emotional abuse, physical and emotional neglect, it's sexual abuse, it's parental mental illness that's often either untreated or undertreated, it's substance dependence of a household member, and this includes alcohol. It's also incarceration of a household member, and it's parental separation and divorce. But the initiative that we're honoring today is one of hope. The reality is, when I say those ACEs, the more we experience, the more of those ACEs that we experience in our childhood, the more likely that we're going to end up with very, very problematic health issues, both physical health issues and mental health issues and addiction issues. However, there's another piece of this, and this is the piece that Bernalillo County has so beautifully attuned itself to, and that is that there's also resilience in the families that we work with. And it's very important that we tap into that, and that's why prevention services are so important, because it really is possible to turn the tide from being one of a trajectory of school failure starting early on for children, of involvement in the justice system, both juvenile justice and criminal justice system.
We must take care of the children in our community. With the creation of ACEs, we are providing another level of services and tools for helping our youth and their families. Over the next 2 years, ACEs will be infusing the services sector with $6 million towards the prevention and intervention of childhood experiences.
I cannot tell you how excited and how happy I am to hear about this wonderful work that is embraced by our community, by the county. It's amazing, because many times we see that if individuals are not personally impacted by some, have not personally experienced something, it don't hold great meaning for you. And to know that they're looking out for our community, for the children who have experienced this, adults who have experienced these events in their childhood, and knowing that it's important and that it's real, means the world to me.